Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Commander Class Armada Universe Optimus Prime. That is a handful, but before we take a look at the figure itself, we're going to take a look at his packaging here. So I'm just going to wheel Optimus over to the side so we can get a look at this box. So right up front here, Transformers Legacy Evolution, you had a nice big picture of Prime there in his super mode holding his gun. Up here you got Armada Universe Optimus Prime 8+ Commander Class in a bunch of different languages. You got plastic free packaging, Hasbro. You got the Transformers badge running along the side here. You got Generations, Takara Tomy on the top. Legacy Evolution, Prime in his vehicle mode, a QR code that says parents for some reason. That's cool. On this side, you got that nice good old Legacy Evolution artwork. We're going to name all these guys again. Junkions, Dinobots, Grimlock, Snarl, Swoop, Crosscut, Needle Nose, whoever that is, Nemesis, Armada Prime, Lyle Convoy, Breakdown, and the animated space bridge. On the other side, you got a nice picture there of Armada Prime transforming into his truck mode, and his trailer literally appears out of nowhere. That's cool. And then on the bottom, nothing important. And on the back here, you got some nice pictures of Prime there in his robot mode, in his truck mode, Matrix of Leadership, base mode, of which we're not looking at in this video. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about that thing because it looks dumb. It looks muy stupido. Trailer, Prime, truck, trailer, super mode, and yeah, that's basically it for the packaging. Oh, more than meets the eye, Armada Universe Prime, and that is it. So now oh my god, I threw the box on my bed and it stood up straight. That's crazy. So now we're gonna take a look at Armada Universe Optimus Prime, and yeah, it's another Commander Class. Big beefy boy. I'm gonna move the camera around real quick. So he's a big guy. He is a giant truck, but he does look like he did in the show, so I am very thankful for that. The truck looks great, so we're actually going to detach the trailer here. We'll look at that on its own in a second. I'll leave it like that so we can take a look at Prime's truck here. And yeah, it looks really cool. The truck bed is a little long, but you know, it is doable once, of course, if you have it under the trailer. You're not going to see it, and of course, the super mode hands right here. But again, if this guy's going to be in robot mode or in super mode on my shelf, and he's not going to be in vehicle mode that often, so it doesn't bug me too much. So yeah, you got the Autobot logo up there, which is removable, which some people speculate that's for a possible Jetfire combination, so you can just plug that anywhere. You see a port on this guy, so if okay, maybe not the super mode hands. That's not a good idea. There's my face. Hi. You can plug it here on the side of the wheel thing if you want, but it's going to stay up here on the top of the cab. You got his gun smokestacks, which this one is super tight to get out of. These things also are removable, but we'll get it more into these in robot mode. This one is a little looser, and sometimes I put a little bit of some like super glue in there so it will stick onto this a little stronger, because when I first opened him up out the box, this thing was just popping off left and right. So hopefully that stays on there a little more secure now. And then the front of the truck, oh my god, this is just beautiful. Like, look at that. Absolutely awesome. The grill there, and then some nice silver, which looks great. And the plastic on him, he does feel very dense, feels very good. Also his hands, his hands are visible. Again, it's okay for me because he's not going to be in truck mode on my shelf. Here is the bottom of the truck. Not too shabby, does look quite good. At least his head's not sticking out, because that would have been the real nail in the coffin. But yeah, he does look quite good. Now, trailer. This thing is big. It is about the same size as the Earthrise trailer, but obviously, it is a little bit thicker. So on the side, you got the Autobot logo there. These little blue sections here sticking out. It's the treads, which do have a wheel on the bottom of them, so it does roll. the front, that gun, and then this thing underneath. And then the other side, identical to the other. The top, which does look okay. The back. This is the crotch plate of the super mode, which is funny. And then the underside here. And this port here will just port into this little hole on the back of the truck, so you can just put that right there. And he does roll very squeaky wheels, as you can hear. Yeah, that's not a sound you want to hear when you wake up in the morning. So, but yeah, if you do want to detach the truck or the trailer from Prime, you can come to these blue trunks here, and there are these blue stands. Well, these are guns actually for the super mode and the base mode, but you can flip these down, and these will kind of act as like what the little kickstand on Earthrise Prime's trailer was, and that can just go right there, so it will keep the trailer up, which is quite nice. But yeah, so now accessory wise, he does come with his blaster, which is pretty nice here. Does look quite good. We'll get more into this in the robot mode, but if you want to store it, peg, there is a port right there on top of the trailer, and you can just take this, plug it there, but you can also plug it in any other port. You can plug it in into that port on the side, on the other side. You can plug it on these ports on the sides of these blue chunks here. So yeah, a lot of things you can do, but the instructions tell you it's going to go up there. And quite frankly, if I were to mess with it, it would be there as well. So yeah. So now, oh my god. So now for some comparisons, here he is with the G2 Legacy Laser Prime without his trailer, because again, I lost his trailer. I'm sorry. Here he is with the Cybertron Universe Hotshot. And here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime, so you can see how these two look together. And I will compare the trailers real quick just to show you. They are about the same height. The Earthrise Prime, or the Armada one, is a little bit taller, but definitely a lot thicker than the Earthrise Prime trailer, which I would expect because that has to turn into a base mode and the super mode legs. So yeah, and the back of the super mode and all other stuff. So yeah. And then last but not least, I am saving one comparison for robot mode. So he won't get a alternate mode comparison with him here, but here he is with Armada Megatron. And I'm very happy I have these two. At least, if not like a lot of the Armada characters, I still want to get at least Starscream and Hotshot just to call it quits on the Armada stuff. But yeah, so Megatron. And yeah, that is basically it for his vehicle mode. So now we shall get down to transformation, and we're just going to take the trailer here and completely get rid of it. We will come back to that later. But getting stuck in on good old Prime here, first thing we're going to want to do, we're going to come to this top roof section and just push this down. One thing I will mention on mine, when this is pushed down, it likes to pop forward and get a little wobbly on me, but when it's pushed up for vehicle mode, it stays fine. So just something I wanted to point out there. But we shall start with his transformation. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to come to these front headlight pieces here, and you're just going to pull them off. Not off, but you're going to pull them out, and they're on a double hinge, so they're going to go out here. The one that is connected to the base of the shoulder section here is on a pin, but the one that's connected to this headlight piece is on a friction hinge, so just be careful when pulling that out. Mine haven't popped off on me yet, so thank God. I saw a lot of people complaining about that when I watched reviews. So split those out, and they're going to take the entire front grille section here, bring it down. I almost opened the matrix on you. Bring this down, and then take this section on this hinge and just collapse it up. Just like that, so you have his chest there. I don't know if you can bring it down all the way yet, so we're just gonna leave it up for a second. Then you want to come to his arms here, untab these, and then you just want to bend them here at his elbow. He does have a double elbow joint, but we're going to bend it at the second joint there. I think you can bring the chest down. So we're just bring this down, and there are two little tabs here that are going to go into two little grooves on the inside of the chest. So just push those down, and that will tab the chest in like so. Then you want to come to these shoulder sections and just shift them down here, just like so. Shift these down. They don't lock in anywhere. They don't tab into any specific place. They just shift down, which is one thing that I'm not a fan of, because oftentimes when you're moving the shoulder joint, they will come up and shift up just a little bit. But yeah. And then for the legs, you're going to just bend his knee joint, or the waist joint. So these pieces here, you're just going to bend him forward. Oh wait, the wheels, I forgot. Take these wheel sections here, untab them, rotate them back, and there's this tab here that's going to sit into this. There's a groove right there on the inside of the wheels section. So just rotate that back and it will tab into place. Rotate that back and it will tab into place. On this side, the tab for the wheel section here, I push it in and it will kind of pop out a little bit. So right that. So it doesn't want to stay in all the way most of the time, but oh well. Again, not going to be in vehicle mode, so not too much of a problem for me, but it is something for the transformation aspect of him, which is not that great. So anyway, now bend him forward, and then you're going to come to his hip skirt pieces here and just untab them from these back hip skirt pieces and bring them out, and then take these and just bring them up just a little bit like so. And then you can just straighten his legs back out there. And then we can split his legs. And this is a tight connection here, which I'm happy about that it's a tight connection, but it's a little too tight. So it's gonna take a little doing. There we go. And maybe the occasional bend of the knee. So split his legs. And then you're gonna come to these front knee sections here, or the shin sections. Pop this up, flip the toe out, and close that back up, just like so. Same thing on this side, open this up, bring this down, and close that up. And I think that is it for the transformation. And yeah. So there you have it. There is Armada Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And one thing I want to point out, again, like I said, in vehicle mode, this guy is very, very solid. The plastic on him feels very, very good. So I'm very happy about it. The same way I felt with Magmatron. He's very dense too. So that's a good thing. But yeah, so bringing Armada Prime close here, you can see, wow, literally looks exactly like the show. I am finally watching one of the Transformers animes. I am in the middle of watching Armada right now, so it is a quite fun show to be watching, so I am happy about that. But you can see the grill there just does become his chest. Nice details on him. He looks really, really good. I am very happy with the way he looks. So the super mode hands on the back is funny to me. You just wanna, yeah, that stayed up. Okay. So yeah, he looks quite good, and I am very, very happy about that. Now for articulation, his head, he can look up a little bit, can't really look down. You do get a full 360 there at his head. The arms here, so you have to do a couple of things. The main shoulder joint can go out about that far, but if you're moving it and this thing just comes up a little bit, you're going to get more upward movement of his shoulder. So yeah, You do get a swivel at the bicep and double jointed elbows, partly due for the way he transforms, but that is nice to have. And then you do get a swivel at the wrist there. I don't know if it's a full 360. I'm not going to test it just because I don't have the energy to, but yeah. No waist joint, but given the way this entire section transforms, I can understand that. So like literally it splits in half from right here. This entire section splits in half and it becomes a super mode arm. So I am by no means angry about that. And honestly, it's probably for the best. If you want a good looking super mode, then there wouldn't be able to be a waist joint here without it being weird and finicky. And yeah, so it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Legs can go up that far, can go back. If you move his hip skirt pieces, can go back that far. They go out. If you move his hip skirt pieces again, about that far. You do get a swivel at the thigh, ratcheted knee, which is nice, and also you do get ratcheted forward and back, but no ratcheted outwards, so that's a little weird. It's the same on the super mode, so I don't know why they did that. If it was up to me, the knees outward would be ratcheted, but I don't know. They did the same thing on Magmatron too, so it's a little concerning. And then the toes here, they can go up due to transformation. They can go down also due to transformation. And you do get a lot of ankle tilt, so that is nice to see. And yeah, that is it for articulation on this guy. Now for fun features and stuff, he has the matrix, so you can just take his chest here, pop it down, and boom. There is that matrix of leadership, and we can take it out. So I'm just gonna pry it forward here. This is a little hard to do, given how flat the matrix is. So it's gonna take me a minute, so excuse me while I struggle. There we go, got it out. And it does look quite good with that white jewel in the center. Looks very, very nice. Just to compare it to the Earthrise one, which is not inside my Earthrise Prime. I don't even know where it is. Oh, my hot rod has it. Do I have another one for Earthrise Prime? I used to have 2 matrices of leadership. So let me go grab that one real quick. Okay, I got multiple matrices. So here is the Armada one with the Earthrise one. This is actually Studio Series 86 hot rods, but they're the same mold, so it doesn't matter. So you can see the difference in matrix there. Obviously it looks nothing like the G1 one. But yeah. And then here is that one with the Gamer Edition one, which I completely forgot about Gamer Edition Prime when doing the comparisons, so sorry about that. But yeah. So there you go. Focus, thank you. So yeah, there you go. And then of course you can just put this back inside of here. Like so. Plug it in his chest. I don't think it has to be perfectly across, but and then you can just close it back up there. So yeah. And then for other accessories, you know, he has his gun arms like I mentioned, so he can use those if he wants to, like that, but they do come off also, so he can hold them if you want your Armada Prime to hold them. Like I said, this one is a little loose on my copy of the figure, which is a shame, but like I said, some super glue can fix that. Besides, I don't think after this review these guys are even coming off his arms anyway, so probably just gonna glue them both into place. But he also has his big chunky gun here, so what we can do, we can take both of these off and we can just plug them into the ports on the sides of this gun. So just plug those in and you can have it looking like that if you want it to. Again, it's probably something I'm not going to do ever. So yeah, these guys more than likely will stay on Prime's arms, never to leave them ever again. Well, this one might because it's loose as hell, so. But yeah. And he can hold his weapon. He can indeed hold his weapon. So if you want him to do that, he can do that as well. So he can pew pew and all of that. He can shoot Megatron right in his big fat ugly face. And also you can take Magmatron's blast effect piece. It is missing one piece, the piece that goes here before this one, but that's because my Bumblebee movie Megatron has it, and I'm not going to take it down. So it's okay because it would weigh down the blaster too much anyway. And we can plug this on here, and he can use that there to go pew pew. I'm not going to copy MGO and do the Belush thing because that's just wrong. That's his thing. But yeah, you can use that on blast effect pieces on this gun. So that is quite nice. And yeah, I think that's it. So now for some more comparisons, here he is with the Cybertron Universe Hotshot from Legacy United. Here he is with G2 Laser Optimus Prime. So he's about roughly the size of a Voyager. The camera angle is making G2 Prime look a little bit taller though, so I'm just gonna raise this so you guys get a better look. Here he is with Earthrise Prime. And then I grabbed Gamer Edition Prime, but he is in a pose, so let me change that real quick. Un minuto más, hermanos. And here he is with Gamer Edition Prime.
Who was a lot shorter, damn!
So, there you go. And then finally, for the last comparison, here he is with Armada Megatron. Even though this version of Megatron sounds nothing like that. He sounds more like,
Oh my, Starscream, you fool!
yeah. If you ever watched Armada, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, David K. You're a great voice actor. You did Beast Wars Megatron better, but... I'm just kidding. This guy's a great Megatron. So, there you go. So, that's basically it for the robot mode. So, now we shall get down to the super mode. But I have a certain way that I like doing this. So, we're actually going to put this guy off to the side. And we're going to start with the trailer. So... first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to come to this entire bottom section here, and you're just going to want to detach it from the bottom. So just detach it, bring it down. These two tabs go into these two slots on the bottom there. So just bring that down and then rotate it around until you hear it click, just like that. And then you can come to these panels here with the Autobot symbol on them and just pop them to the sides like that and like that, and that will free up his waist joint, so all of this will start moving around. But after you do that, you want to come to his leg sections here, well, not the leg sections but the side of the trailer, and just untab them from the center. One thing I do want to bring up is that a lot of people were complaining about this gun piece here being, the connection being really loose. Mine is actually fairly solid. So not all copies are like that, but most of the reviews I saw, this was very loose. So thankfully I don't have to deal with that, but you know, just something to look out for. But once you undo that, this section should look like this. You're going to bring this up and over, and these two tabs on the bottom of the cannon are going to these two circular ports here. So you just bring those up and tab those in there just like so, and then you can come to the legs, and actually you can take the entire top section and rotate it around. Now we can work on the super mode legs. So bring these panels out to the side here, and then we'll do one leg and then we'll do the other. So first thing you're going to do, take these little gray bits here, bring them down, take the little stand sections from the blue blocks and flip them forward, and then you're going to shift this entire blue section into the leg, just like so. So shift all of that into there, take this blue piece, this tab is going to go into this slot into the leg. So flip that up, take this panel, collapse it down, and then you're going to take this gray piece here, bring it up, and then you're going to take the foot here and just flip it down. And that is one leg all done. So now, standing on this side, bring this gray piece down, flip this little blue bit forward, and then shift all this to the side, just like so. That's weird. And then collapse this panel, flip up this gray bit, flip the foot down. So on this side, this leg is fine. This one, this tab likes to poke out of this slot here, just like how on Armada Prime on the wheel sections on the leg, it doesn't want to tab in vehicle mode. So this, it'll go in, but then it will pop back out. So just so you see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's a little annoying, but again, not that big of a deal. As long as it's not loose here and flopping forward, then we're good. Then you want to take this crotch plate here, bring it up, bring it forward, and then you're just going to want to rotate it around and then flip it down. Take these side panels here and bring them down. And then this back section is just going to sit down there. And then you're going to come to this section here, this little red bit, and just flip it up like so. Then you're going to want to come to this back section here, and then this piece is just going to flip down, and then you're going to come to this red bit and flip it up just like so, and then angle it so that it looks like that. As you can see, I'm trying to film Armada Prime with at 1x perspective instead of 0.5 like I did for Magmatron, because when I did Magmatron's review, it came out all fuzzy when I was all zoomed out like that. So I am going to be doing a lot of this, like moving stuff around. So yeah, so there are the super mode legs. And now we can bring in Armada Prime, and we can start to get him all situated here. So first thing you're going to want to do is you want to come to his legs, and you're going to flip up these shin sections here. I'm just going to bring the foot down so you can get there. So flip up the shin sections, take the toe here, and flip it up into the leg like you would in vehicle mode. But now you're just going to push it a little more past until the super mode hands start to pop out the leg there, and then rotate them around. And then when you get to a certain point, you're going to collapse that shin plate back down, and then you're going to come back here, take his toes, and flip them up so that they fill out that gap behind the arm, which I thought that was quite clever. So same thing on this side, flip up this panel, push the toe in, rotate the hand around, collapse that panel down, and flip his toes up, just like so. So now it is accurate to the animation model where his hands come out his feet, which is hilarious. See this? You can see it happening. So give me 1 second and I'm gonna fix that real quick. Bazinga, stuck it in there. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do here is we're going to take his shoulder sections and we're just going to shift them up like if we were going back into truck mode. So just shift these all the way up there, just like that, so that it looks like that. And then we can take his arms, and if you saw my Skyquake, Legacy Evolution Skyquake review, his arms collapse on the double elbows backwards, but these ones are going to collapse forwards like that. So do the same thing on this side here. Bring this up just like so. So you can collapse those, and then what we're going to do, just bring the arm up and bring it down just like so. So up, and then rotate it down so that his front chest section looks like that. Then you can come to his robot mode chest here and just untab that, flip it up just like so. And then what you're going to do here, you're going to split, here I'll show you for me. You're going to split the entire crotch and abdomen section just like so. So then you can start to see the super mode head in there, so that Armada Prime's body should be looking like this now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring the legs, now arms, all the way out here. Same thing with the other arm. Just like so that it looks like that. Bring these back if they decide to come undone. And then you're going to take the super mode head here. You're going to bring it out. Just like so. And then one thing I like to do, just because it's going to rub against the side of the head a lot here, you're just going to not flex them, but just push them a little more outward so that the head does fit through, and then it will click into place right there, just like that. It might undo the shoulders depending on how you did it, but so now he should be starting to look like this. And then what you're going to want to do is this tab here on the bottom of the arm is going to go into that slot there. So just bring that up and then tab it in just like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Down. Okay, come on. Tab it in just like that. So now that should look like that. And then you're going to come to the arms here. You're going to rotate the forearm just like so, and then I bring them down by like 2 clicks, just so, because these are the hip skirt pieces. So just bring this one all the way down until there's a little slot here that tab's going to go into. So just bring it all the way down. That's going to tab in there, slot, tab in there. Those are the super mode shoulder pads. So standing on this side, rotate down 2 clicks, make sure all of that is tabbed in, and that is that. And then you can take the headlight pieces and then just shift them back in, like if you're going back into vehicle mode. So just like that. And then take the super mode fins on the side of his head here and just splay them out just like so. And now he is ready to combine with the trailer. So I'm going to bring in the trailer, but at first I'm going to raise the camera because he's going to get really, really, really tall. He is taller than Magmatron, so just to give you that sense of scale, like you can already see his other half has to take up all of this, so we're just going to raise it up even more. And that's the tallest I can go. Great stuff. Actually, I can bring this up. There we go. I have 2 ways I can bring it up. So what we're going to do here, the grill section of the truck is going to slot into this cavity here, and then these little slots on the underside of Prime are going to clip in to the waist there. So you're going to do the grill first, so slot it in there. The first time you get him, it is a little bit tricky, but basically these 2 little slots or little tabs on the sides there are going to go through the silver piece, so it's going to go over this just like so. So just slot that, push it in like that, so it looks like that. And then you can come back here, this red thing, there are 2 tabs under these plates here that are going to go into these sections on his shoulders, so just tab that in like so. And then you're going to, I need air. You're going to come to the waist section. You're going to push these 2 tabs in, so it's going to bring the waist clamp in. And that's when this entire section is just going to come down over said waist clamps and just click in like so. And that is that. Prime, come on. Push your leg out, pal. Okay, there we go. And then you can push this little red section up. It's weird because usually what will happen is I'll click it down, and before I can push this little red section up into place, I will need to get like a tool or something to ply this side out, because this side will get stuck on mine. But today, because it wants to be nice to me, because I'm doing the review right now, it cooperated. So yay, that's good. I'm happy. So yeah, so once you've pushed this little red bit up, you can then just bring the arms down, position them how you want, and yeah, there is Armada Optimus Prime in his super mode. And oh my god, he's so tall. Like he's He's actually like so tall. I like to just pop up the shoulder pads just a little bit because why not? But yeah, he's really tall. He's so tall, like beyond tall. When I bring in Magmatron for the comparisons, y'all gonna see. So, bringing him closer here to look at those nice details, you can see that nice looking head sculpt there. The Autobot insignia on his chest, which is originally on his back in robot mode and on the top of the cab in the vehicle mode. So it's nice that it's on his chest now. Gold shoulder pads there, which were originally the hip skirts in robot mode. The hands. I like how these literally come out of his feet. Like, that's accurate to the animation model. That's so cool. Crotch plate there. See, this is why these, like I said with the robot mode, these joints here to go outward aren't ratcheted. So when I'm holding him here, you guys are going to see a lot of this, which is really annoying. But, oh well. Gold on the legs, the blue, his feet. And then here's the side, and you can see the where the arms end up from the robot mode. Got the Autobot logo there on his hip skirts. And then here he is from the back. This entire chunk of the top of the trailer just becomes like the back hip skirt piece. So, and then the bottom of the trailer becomes his backpack, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's animation accurate, and I'm not mad about it. It looks fine to me. Big chunky robot like this shouldn't be too clean, especially being from Armada. Like, those guys were all kibble-tastic. So, one thing that I do find is cool for no reason is this, like, tilted, like, missile. I'm pretty sure that's, like, a missile section, because in the photo shoot I did for this guy, I used these as, like, little rocket launchers, and I had Magmatron's effects pieces just plugged into them. So you can plug effects pieces back here too, by the way. So yeah. Articulation. Articulation wise, the super mode head here, he can look up, he can't really look down, he does have some tilt. That's really cool. The robot mode head does tilt too. I forgot to mention that, so sorry about that. And he does have a full 360, and you can orientate these head fins however you want. So if you want them fully angled out like that, you can have them like that. If you want them forward a little bit for whatever reason, you can do that. Just a little bit though, because they can't go past a certain point. So that's the most you're going to get them forward. If you want them all the way back like that, that's the thing you can do too. Or if you're normal and you want to make them look like how I did in the show, then you can have them a little angled back like so. Though one thing, in the show, his super mode eyes are red. I don't know why they decided to make his ones here yellow. It's a little gripe of mine, but I did make them red in my photos of this guy, so yeah. The arms, now you do get a couple of shoulder joints here, which is nice. You do get the main one, which can make them go out about that far, but if you use this one, they can literally go all the way up to his head. So yeah, that is nice. It's just really, it just works better with the way that transformation joint is. You do get a swivel at the bicep, as we already know, because these are the knees. Ratcheted elbows. There we go. So ratcheted elbows. And then you do get swivel at the wrist, and you can open the hand though. One thing I saw a couple people mention that on a lot of commander classes, I think it was just Jetfire actually, on Jetfire, the port can retract into the hand when you open it. Something I would have liked to seen done with this guy. Magmatron, no, because of the way his hand is like shaped, and also the way it transforms. So something I wouldn't care about too much with Magmatron, but for this guy, I would have hoped it was there, but it's not. And also, unlike with, I believe it's Bumblebee movie Megatron, this guy's only has the 4 fingers on one piece instead of the index finger being its own separate one, which sucks. That's something I really hoped would have been on him, but oh well. And then for his waist here, if we bring the arms out, you do get if you also have to flip up the hip skirts, so you do get a waist joint there, which can do a full 360. I mean, it has to for the transformation, so you should already know that. And the hip skirt is one solid piece, so you will have to lift it all the way up to get the legs to go up at any way. And the legs can go up about that far, can go back about that far, and then they go out. Oop. They go out about that far, and again, no ratchets, so yeah, he's going to be flopping around on that outer joint quite a bit, which is a shame. You do get a swivel at the thigh, really strong ratcheted knees. Which you do get 90 degrees of bend at those knees, which is nice to have. Oh yeah, he's got some strong articulation. And then the ankles, you do get a lot of ankle pivot, just like in the robot mode. One thing that is cool that I like about this is that the top section of the trailer here, when it connects to the foot, it goes with the foot when you tilt the ankle, so that is nice to see. But yeah, that is it for articulation. Stop exposing yourself, Prime. Bring his arms back down. Open those hands. So, yeah. Yeah. Also, another thing I saw people complaining about, how the arms were potentially too short. I don't see that. To me personally, they look perfectly fine, and I don't have a problem with them at all. But yeah. So now bringing in accessories again, gun, hand, plug, port, you know the drill. So he can hold that if you want him to. I hope we get an Armada Jetfire. I'm probably not going to get him, but I hope that they do make one, just so that, you know, they can like make him to do the combination with this Prime. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get that. So now for some comparisons. He is my tallest commander class. Well, not my tallest commander class, because Menastor is still the tallest one, but the second tallest figure in my collection. So you're going to have a little hard time seeing some of these guys. So here he is with the Cybertron Universe Hotshot. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here he is with G2 Laser Prime. Here he is with the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. And then here he is with Armada Megatron, whose big-ass shoulder pads almost make him as tall as this guy, but not quite. And then finally, the comparison that y'all have probably been waiting for, because I've talked about him so much. Here he is with the Commander class Magmatron, who is heavy as hell, my goodness. So, as I just mentioned, density-wise, Prime does feel heavier than him, but they're almost about the same. But I just feel like Prime, just because of how bulky he is a little more heavier than Magmatron. But yeah, I'm gonna raise the camera here just so you guys can see height-wise. Prime is taller than him, so I'm not counting the wings. I'm counting to his head. So. But yeah, even at his head, he's right here on the wings, so it doesn't even matter. I'm saying that he is taller than Magmatron. So, but yeah, which one do I like more? Well, see, Magmatron was cool, or not was. He is cool. The splitting into 3 dinosaurs gimmick is definitely very interesting because there's no other Transformer that I have that does that. He's basically a combiner set, which is cool, but the same can be said for Prime because he combines with his truck trailer, even though the trailer isn't its own robot, like how with Magmatron you get 3 different dinosaurs. I still think it's interesting that we have, that's a feature that he can do. And I'm also happy that, they did that, because that is how it happens in the show, because in Armada, Prime combines with this trailer to turn into a super mode. So yeah. Magnetron, fantastic commander class. He's dense, he's great. I like the colors. I've never seen the Beast Wars Neo, but is still a very cool figure, and I wanted him from the second I heard about him. So yeah, cool transformation, all that. But unfortunately, and I say unfortunately even though it's not unfortunate because it's my opinion, so who cares? I do like Armada Prime better, just because he feels more dense. Even in robot mode, like he feels dense, but obviously not as heavy as Magnetron. But just in overall, he is more dense than Magnetron, because he's going to be displayed in super mode. So yeah, super mode's great, robot mode's great, transformation's fun. Like I said, there is a few nitpicks with like the tab on this thing being loose, the tab on the wheels when you go into vehicle mode being a little loose, or not loose, but they don't want to stay in place, and of course the loose arm cannon. But easy fixes, and two of those are things that don't bother me that much. So yeah, the only main thing that I mentioned that is a little like ugh, is this chest piece always popping forward. See, it's shaking right now. Like it literally will, every time it's shifted down, it moves a little bit. So I don't like that. But other than that, I do like Armada Prime better. Transformation's better, or not better, but transformation's more fun in my opinion. The combination's more fun in my opinion. Magnetron splitting into 3 is cool, but Prime being the one bot that turns into a bigger one bot is just awesome. So there you go. I probably spoke too much, but yeah. Let me just, it's gonna take a bit of doing to put Magnetron back on my little table over here. So let me just move that. Okay, there you go. So there you guys have it. There's the Transformers Legacy Evolution Commander Class Armada Universe Optimus Prime, and this is a fantastic commander class. Should you get one? Absolutely. He is a awesome commander class. That is an actual commander class for the size, engineering, things you get. I'm looking at you, Commander Class 86 Optimus Prime, because that literally some commanders are a leader or voyagers just with a bunch of stuff. This guy is actually a commander class, and so is Magnetron. So that is great, and so is Motormaster too. He is leader voyager size, but because he turns into Minosaur, they had to make him a combiner. So, but yeah, this guy, my new favorite commander class, definitely going on my top 20 list. Probably going to be on the top 10. Vector Prime, Magnetron, and Armada Prime most likely going to be on the top 10s. Even Skyquake, I think. So when that top 20 list does come around next year, these guys will definitely be on it. So, anything else I have to say? Oh, like I mentioned, some little gripes here and there with like things not tabbing in properly and some loose bits. Again, all easy fixes or things that don't bother me as much. Your copy might be different, like how I said this cannon back here was loose on a lot of people's copies, and on mine it's actually a very tight connection, so I am grateful for that. A lot of things that I saw other reviewers commenting about that they had problems with their Armada Prime aren't problems for me. Mine is damn near perfect, honestly. This guy is a damn near perfect figure. Would I like some things have been different? Of course. Not every figure is 100%. Except for Bumblebee movie concept art Megatron. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's perfect. This guy, though, definitely 9.5 out of 10, honestly. Almost perfect. Fantastic figure. Faithful to the show. Vehicle mode looks stellar. Robot mode, awesome. Very, the plastic quality, too, is just great. Transformation's fun. It's cool to just do it back and forth. I definitely think this guy in base robot mode is one that I'm going to be doing back and forth quite a bit. And super mode, you're looking at it, damn thing looks awesome. So yeah, just an overall really fun looking, really fun, very detailed looking, very complex transformations, but they're also fun. Not too complex, but they're in the middle, so yeah. I'll stop talking now, because this video is practically almost an hour long. So, Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification so you get updated every time I upload a new video. Go check out my Magmatron review. Go check out all the reviews that I posted earlier this month, including Skyquakes, RCs, Hot Shots, Vector Primes, Bumblebees. Go check out all of those. It will mean a lot to me, and you'll be greatly supporting this channel. So, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.